I'm Theresa DeRosa and welcome to Chef Secrets. Well, Chef Secrets has been on some fun travels visiting restaurants and eateries in Watertown that offer a very wide array of foods. Today, I'm visiting another awesome neighborhood eatery. I'm here at a pizzeria on Main Street in Watertown, and who doesn't love pizza? Welcome to the Upper Crust, and I want to introduce you to a manager and one of the chefs here, Mr. Nick Umbrello. Nick, very nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
And tell me a little bit about how you got started with the Upper Crust.
Well, I started in 2007 at Upper Crust in Waltham, and then I moved on to Upper Crust in Lexington, and eventually a manager position opened up here in Watertown, and I got the job here.
And can you give me a little bit of the history of the Upper Crust, the background?
Sure. It's, Jordan Tobin started the business in 2001. He started in Beacon Hill in Boston, and he moved on to Brookline, and then eventually Waltham, Watertown, and now we have 18 locations.
Okay, now I know that a lot of people are health conscious and they think that pizza is so fattening. There is a lot of healthy pizzas that we can make and prepare, and you offer some of those here, correct?
Yes, we do. Our produce is delivered daily, so anything with vegetables is going to be extremely fresh. Also, we offer wheat dough pizzas, which anyone looking for watching their health is going to enjoy that one.
Okay, and we're going in to flip some pizzas in the kitchen?
Yes, we are. Let's just hope they don't land on our heads.
Oh, great. I'll be right back. Chef Umbrello, Chef Oliveira, we're going to make some great pizzas today.
Yes, we are.
And what are we making? What pizzas are we going to prepare?
We're going to make a breakfast pizza, which is a very special pizza we make here. We're also going to do a pepperoni calzone that we can use as an appetizer. And we're also going to do our most popular pizza, the Harvard Street pizza.
And you're going to help me with the calzone later, right?
Yes.
Great. Okay, so we'll see you later, and we're going to get started.
All right.
Thank you. What's the ingredients for a simple pizza dough?
It's actually very simple. It's about 3.5 cups of flour. We're going to use about 1 tablespoon of yeast, just a pinch of salt, and 1.5 cups of water.
So you do your water first.
Water first.
Why is the water first?
Because next you want to put in the yeast, and you also want to make sure that it dissolves. Which, I'll grab the whisk. I forgot. You want to mix the yeast until it dissolves. It does so pretty quick.
So that was 1.5 cups of water with your 1 tablespoon of dry yeast, active dry yeast.
Then we put in 3.5 cups of flour and just a pinch of salt.
Pinch of salt.
More than a pinch, that's all right. And we just mix that together.
Now once this is all mixed, you take it out of the bowl and you set it on.
You set it on a plate, you can wrap it up, and then just put it in the fridge for overnight or maybe 6 hours. And in the end, next morning, you get one of these.
Okay, so it rises in the refrigerator for about 6 hours. And then in the end, you get a pizza dough.
Yes, you do.
Pretty simple.
Pizza dough ingredients: 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast, 1.5 cups of warm water, 3.5 cups of white flour or wheat flour, and a pinch of salt. Preparation for a pizza dough. In a small bowl, mix the yeast with the water until dissolved. Let sit for a few minutes. In a large bowl, sift the flour, then pour in the yeast mixture. Then add a pinch of salt. Mix and knead the dough into a ball. Let it sit overnight to rise. This will allow the dough to stretch easier.
Now for this pizza, you don't actually want to use a rolling pin because we're going to be using a kind of a liquidy topping. So you want to make sure you actually make a very, very thick crust at the end.
So you spread this out with your hands.
Yeah.
Don't use a rolling pin at all.
No.
But first, put some flour. It can be any type of flour out on your counter. And you can do the same with the ingredients. You can use a wheat flour if you like. It doesn't have to be a white flour. You can use a wheat organic flour.
All you want to do is just kind of stretch the ends.
I make pizzas at home, you know, and I do this, but I don't flip them.
Yeah.
Now, this is the breakfast pizza we're making, correct?
Yep. Now, you don't really have to flip them, but if you want to impress people, it's a good thing to do. Let's see.
How high can you flip it? Oh.
Yeah, it's getting a little big. Let's bring it over to the, actually, if you pass me the pizza
So
board.
you need the pizza board.
And we'll put down some cornmeal so the pizza doesn't stick to the pizza board.
So what was this that you put down?
Cornmeal or semolina.
Can I do this part?
Sure.
And this takes the bubbles out, so you don't get all those bubbles in your pizza.
And,
Okay, so for the breakfast pizza, you need eggs, onions, peppers, sausage.
Yeah, you want to use about maybe half a pepper, half a white onion. About 6 eggs would be enough. Might be a little too much.
And how many does this feed, this pizza?
Oh, you can
Breakfast
probably
pizza?
get away with about 3 to 4 people, depending on your appetite, of course.
And this is pretty easy and quick, correct?
Oh yeah. What we're gonna do is put some sliced sausage.
And eggs are loaded with protein, we know that.
Yep.
And there's a little bit of fat. So if you want to do turkey,
All
you
right,
can do ground turkey,
Yeah.
correct?
We also, this actually is a chicken sausage, not an Italian sausage that we're using, which is a little bit better.
So chicken sausage, turkey sausage, bacon, whatever they choose to put in here
Yeah,
for
I mean,
breakfast.
basically what we're making is almost an omelet right on top of dough, and dough is essentially bread. It's like toast, you know?
Okay, and sliced onion, any type of onion, Bermuda onion.
Hey, yep.
What about scallion? If someone wanted to put a scallion instead of an onion in there.
We could definitely do that. We definitely have that.
Okay. Now, do you love to cook, Nick?
I do. I cook all the time at home. Even chicken, I'd probably say, is my favorite dish that I make.
Yeah. And I bet you brought dates home and cooked for your dates, right?
Once in a while. And now we're just gonna pour this on.
So you don't have to put olive oil or anything down on the dough.
Nope.
So you're just pouring the egg on, the egg mixture on.
Yeah. That's why we use the thick crust so it doesn't run off the pizza.
So try to keep the crust thick.
Yeah.
You don't mind me helping, do you?
No, not at all. All right. Then we're gonna take. Usually, all you need is about 1 cup of mozzarella, shredded mozzarella. You just sprinkle it on.
Oh, you know, I'm sad to say this is the first time I've seen a breakfast pizza made.
Oh. Trust me, you're gonna enjoy it once it comes out of the oven. Grab a little oil for the crust. Give that-
Always olive oil, extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah.
And do you ever squirt any across the top?
You can, but yeah, I usually do it just give that crust a nice look.
Okay.
All right, and then we're gonna put this right in the oven. There you go.
How long do you cook the pizza for?
You're gonna cook the pizza for 6 minutes at 550 degrees.
Upper crust breakfast pizza. 1 pound of dough, 6 eggs, 6 strips of bacon cooked and chopped, 2 sausage links cooked and sliced, 1 bell pepper sliced, 1 onion sliced, 1 cup of mozzarella cheese, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Preparation for upper crust breakfast pizza. Hand stretch the dough. Make sure you have a thick crust around the dough edge. In a large mixing bowl, stir eggs, sausage, peppers, onions, and bacon. Then pour ingredients on top of the dough. Spread shredded mozzarella on top. Put olive oil around the edge of the crust. Place in the oven for 550 degrees for 6 minutes.
Chef Oliveira is going to make a great calzone. So tell me what type of calzone this is.
I'm going to make a calzone with white dough, with ricotta cheese and pepperoni.
Ricotta cheese?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay, let's get started and let me help you if you like.
Of course. Shake it for hands, the dough. Open a little bit. Flour in the butter in the up and open. Not too strong, because you broke the dough.
So everyone needs to have a rolling pin at home.
Yes.
Can people just open it up with their hands and they'll get a thick pizza if they do it that way, correct?
Okay. Yes.
So if they want a thinner pizza, they need a rolling pin.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip one of these later. Ooh,
You got it.
very nice. So do we have to roll out the bubbles?
No, for calzone, no need to roll in the dough. There's no heavy bubbles.
It doesn't have the bubbles, so we
No.
don't need that. Okay, so what goes on the calzone?
You make with cheddar mozzarella cheese, one hand.
This is cheddar and mozzarella?
Yes, same for pizzas. Put a little bit here. Right now you put a little bit. Can you?
Can I do
help me?
this?
Yes.
Do you want me to spread it out?
Yeah, just a little bit in the top.
Oh, little pieces on the top.
Yes.
And this is regatta.
Yes, ricotta cheese.
Regatta right from the container, or do you mix eggs in with this, or it's
Yeah.
just right from the container, correct?
Yes, taking the container, that's it.
All right. Regatta,
Yeah, and pepperoni, can you do that? Pepperoni over here?
pepperoni.
Yes.
And now sliced pepperoni.
Yes, pepperoni.
And if they don't want to do pepperoni, they can put
No.
anything in a calzone, correct?
Yes.
Anything they want, but it needs the cheeses,
The cheese. The ricotta cheese and cheddar cheese.
regatta and cheddar.
Yes, always.
Or is that mozzarella and cheddar?
Yes.
Mixture.
Yeah.
All right, is that enough? Or
Yeah,
more?
it's enough.
Okay.
Right now, the scissors, the dry basil.
Little bit of basil,
Yes, and dry garlic.
little bit of garlic.
Little bit Asiago cheese.
Asiago.
Asiago cheese.
I love Asiago on a pizza.
Very good.
Delicious with
Yeah.
mozzarella. Ricardo, how long have you been cooking here?
About 8 minutes. Oh, I'm cooking here 3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
Do you enjoy making calzones and pizzas?
Yeah, calzone pizzas. So you cut the little bit, the dough, like that.
And why are you cutting the corners like this?
Because I don't like a lot of dough in the calzones.
So if you want less dough, cut the corners off
Yes.
on half
Yeah.
moon.
Yep.
Alrighty.
And a little bit here. And right now you close the calzone, like that.
Pull it and stretch it.
Yeah.
Look at that. I've never made a calzone. Beautiful. No olive oil inside.
No, just on the top. Right now, you put a little bit oil, like that.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That was so easy. So
Very
people
easy.
could make not just a pepperoni calzone, they could make a breakfast calzone.
Of course.
And make it the night before, something that's very healthy for them.
Yes.
So a lot of people, we're trying to inspire people to cook healthier,
Yeah.
right? A lot of
Yes.
vegetables, some
Vegetables,
cheeses are very
yeah.
nice. Okay, so this goes in the oven for how long?
About 8 minutes too.
10 minutes.
Yes.
Great.
So right now you have to cut. And same thing, little garlic, can you?
Sure.
And Asiago too. It's enough. And Asiago cheese on top too.
Asiago?
Yeah.
So that again was parsley,
Yes.
garlic,
Garlic.
and Asiago
Asiago,
cheese. And the holes are to let the air out,
Yeah,
correct?
yes.
The steam out.
Yes.
So it doesn't explode?
Yeah. So right now you put in the oven. Can you?
Beautiful.
Can you do it?
Sure, I can do that. All right, here we go.
There you go.
Look at that.
Upper crust pepperoni calzone. 1 cup of shredded mozzarella, 1/2 cup of regatta cheese, 1 tablespoon of Asiago cheese, a pinch of dried basil, a pinch of dried garlic, 1/4 pound of pepperoni, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 pizza dough. Preparation for upper crust pepperoni calzone. Roll the pizza dough out as thin as possible. Spread mozzarella and regatta in the middle of the dough along with pepperoni and Asiago on top. Trim off the corners to remove extra dough. Fold the ends, then fold both sides in and flip. Add olive oil, dried basil, dried garlic, and Asiago on top. Cut 4 slits, then put in the oven at 550 degrees for 6 to 10 minutes.
Okay, so we're going to make the Harvard Street pizza, correct?
Yep, that's
Why not a Main Street pizza?
they didn't let me make the decisions, or else I would have called it that.
Okay, so you can call corporate and tell them you want to do a Chef Secrets pizza?
Yeah, I definitely can do that.
Awesome, okay, let's
right.
go.
Right now we're gonna
So-
roll out the dough. You always want to make sure there's flour on top, flour on the bottom, and if you like, you can roll it out.
So the flour underneath, of course, is so it doesn't stick to the
Yep.
board. Okay, so we're gonna roll this out. And if someone doesn't have a rolling pin, they can basically pick it up and stretch it, correct?
Yeah.
This way?
And you want to just let your hands kind of slide.
Let your hand slide.
Yeah, one hand to the other.
One hand to the other, I see. And you flip it. Oh!
Oh, very good. All right.
All right, so what do we do? You're going to take it from here.
All right, we're going to take it over to the pizza board again.
So again, you have to roll it to get all of the bubbles out.
Yep.
And why do you have to get the bubbles out?
Well, what happens is once you put the sauce and cheese, when that bubble grows, the sauce and cheese just fall all over. It doesn't really...
Make it consistently even.
Exactly. And
All right.
It doesn't give a good appearance either.
Okay, Harvard Street Pizza.
So next thing we're going to do is put the tomato sauce.
Now, any type of a red sauce, correct?
Yep.
There you go,
can use
Chef.
Thank you. You can use about 12 ounces of sauce, your favorite kind of sauce you want to use. And right here, that's 12 ounces right there. You want to start in the middle, and you want to always hold the ladle down below so you get good handle, good control. And you want to push about an inch away from the crust.
Now, do you know tomatoes are a fruit?
I did not know that.
Ah. Well, I'll tell you something. They provide a lot of healthy benefits, tomatoes. So this is it.
Yeah.
Evenly? Do we spread it out a little more? Or
Sure.
does it matter? I mean, I know I like to do everything pretty evenly. All right, and then where do we go from here?
We're going to add on some fresh garlic that's mixed with olive oil. We're just going to spread around. We don't want to put too much because you don't want bad breath.
So a little bit of like, this is olive oil
Yeah,
and
olive
garlic
oil and garlic
mixed together. I'll take that for you.
There you go. And next thing, about a cup of cheese again.
Cup of mozzarella.
Shredded mozzarella, yeah.
Shredded mozzarella.
And you want to start at the end. Work your way around.
And they can use, basically mozzarella is the best cheese to use because
It's
it
most
melts,
exactly.
it melts the best.
Yeah.
Do you know tomatoes contain compounds that have been proven to help prevent cancer and heart disease and cataracts?
Well, that's good to know. I eat pizza almost every day, so
Well,
I should be
you're
healthy
gonna
as a
be
horse.
Very healthy. Well, there's a lot of other healthy foods that you can eat also.
And,
All right, so once you get your cheese on, and they can put other cheeses. They can put Asiago if they like,
Asiago cheese, yeah.
which I love on my pizza.
Basically, really any type of cheese. Mozzarella has always been the traditional, and that's why we use it.
Okay, and
Sliced tomatoes, if you want to help me put these on.
of course.
Just spread it around kind of evenly.
And this is almost like similar to a margarita pizza.
Exactly.
So you just want them around this in the circle. I see.
Throw them in the middle there. That should be fine.
Okay.
And then we're going to grab fresh mozzarella. We're gonna
Now,
break
any
it.
type of tomato, right?
Any type, plum tomato, thick tomato.
Plum tomato, thick tomato, people, any tomato you grow in your garden.
Yep. And we're going to take a ball of fresh mozzarella. We're going to spread it around. And there we go. That is ready to go in the oven. Again, we're going to put a little olive oil on the crust.
Now, if somebody wants some other items, I know this is your popular Harvard Street pizza.
Yeah.
They can put fresh basil, they can put spinach.
What we do for the fresh basil, we actually put it on fresh basil after it's cooked.
Oh, okay,
It gives it
very
a
nice.
real strong appearance. There we go.
Thank you, Nick, for allowing me into
Hey,
your kitchen.
thank you.
Thank you, Ricardo. We'll see you in the dining room. So this is a cute little dining area, and I know that you do some catering here. You do a lot of catering out, and you have some private parties in the morning?
Yes, we do. Sometimes in the morning we'll have private functions for banks and the Chamber of Commerce, for example. We've had one. This is where we made the breakfast pizza for them. We usually only do it for special occasions. And yeah, it's always a big hit anytime.
So people will come in and have a private party, or they'll just order a breakfast pizza. And you have baby showers here and other little events in here also,
We can, yes.
before the restaurant opens.
Yes.
Very nice. And this is your breakfast pizza. Now, if somebody were to have this later in the day, what would you suggest for a beverage that would go with that breakfast pizza?
Well, I think with the eggs, you want something light. I'd probably go with the Pinot Grigio. It's very light wine.
Tell me what you would suggest to have with this calzone.
The calzone, especially a pepperoni calzone, I'd probably suggest maybe going with just a beer, maybe a Sam Light or a regular Boston Lager.
So these are local beers. The Sam Adams and the UFO are pretty local.
Yes, they are.
And you suggest that they go well with a calzone?
I'd say so.
And it looks amazing. I can see the cheesiness in here. Should we try it?
If you'd like to.
I'm going to taste this. Only because it's screaming at me here. Very cheesy.
Yeah.
Delicious. And here we have the amazing Harvard Street Pizza that they're going to one day name Main Street Pizza or the Chef Secrets Pizza,
Yep,
right?
Yep.
And what would you say the secret ingredient is in this?
I definitely say it's the basil, putting it on after it's cooked, so it doesn't lose its flavor.
Beautiful. And what would you suggest that you would offer to have with this pizza? What beverage?
I'd say definitely a Chianti, a red wine. It definitely goes good with the Harvard Street Pizza.
Okay, and you carry, of course, a Tuscany Italian Chianti here. You were telling me earlier a little secret you have about yourself.
I think the secret I have was about 4 or 5 years ago. I went down to City Hall to apply for a job, and they said the only job available was a cooking position, and I've been working with cooking for about 11 years. So I went down there. They said, would you like to take this cooking job for the schools? And I said, yeah, sure. And as I was driving home, I realized, I was like, I'm going to be a lunch lady?
So you went from a lunch lady to manager at the Upper Crust because of your passion for foods?
Yep.
Oh, that's so great. Very sweet. Well, Nick, I want to thank you and Ricardo for having me here, and the Upper Crust. Thank you very much for having me in your establishment. And I want to thank everyone very much.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you all for joining us here on Chef Secrets. And if a viewer would like me to include a restaurant on the show, you can call WCAC, Watertown Community Access Channel, or Google TD Chef's Secrets at gmail.com and suggest a restaurant of your choice, and I'll try my hardest to bring it to you. Chef Secrets can be viewed on WCAC 4 times a week. And if you live outside the Watertown area, you can Google Watertown Community Access Channel and follow that link. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time when we plan on revealing more chef secrets.